Hello everybody, welcome to one of my videos. Today we're playing on a Commodore 64 today. As you can see by the screen, we are playing Toki. This is a great conversion, came out in 1991, didn't realise it was actually released for the C64 and I just had to play it. The original came out in 1989, but this version was published by Ocean Software and developed by Tieto Corporation. But anyway, it's Jamie Warner's Games, Toki, C64, let's go. Okay, this is the start of the game. This is Toki on the C64. And this is level 1, which is the Labyrinth of Caves. Now, Toki is a 1989 shoot-'em-up platform arcade game and a run-and-gun game developed and published in Japan by TAD Corporation and published in North America by Fabtech. The player takes control of an enchanted ape called Toki and must battle through hordes of jungle monsters, shooting energy balls from his mouth. The ultimate goal is to destroy the evil wizard who casts a spell on Toki, transforming him into an ape. In killing the evil wizard will result in Toki being transformed back into his human being form. And the player is also responsible for rescuing the princess who's kidnapped by the evil wizard. So the evil wizard's done lots of evil things, which is why he's called an evil wizard. But transforming Toki into an ape was a mean thing. But he can shoot in any direction apart from down. And you do this by holding the fire button down and pressing the direction you want it to go. Now you can do this while standing, crouching, crawling and even climbing. A very, very handy weapon. Now I didn't actually realise this game was ported to the C64, but I think they've done an awesome job. My favourite version is the Amiga version. The reason why that is the case is because that's the first version I played and the first version I completed. Now the C64 version does have music and sound effects, but you can't have them at the same time. But if you're watching this video, hopefully you'll listen to both. Warner's Games are going to make it possible. Now when I recorded this video, I can't hear any music. All I can hear is sound effects through my headphones. But hopefully you can hear both. Now you start off with 5 lives, but this is a one-hit die situation. You can earn extra lives along the way through score and by collecting a certain number of coins. Watch out for these evil spiders, they're the worst. Now you can also pick up extra weapons along the way as well, but all weapons are limited. All weapons can be shot in any direction apart from down. But if you die, you do lose your current weapon and you go back to basics. We do get checkpoints in this game. Another thing you collect is a crash helmet. That will protect you for a short period of time. Not very long, but it does protect you. Not from everything. Falling off a cliff and probably falling into spikes, it probably won't protect you from that. But most things it will. Right, watch out for these things. These are the most evil enemies. These and spiders. Because these ones appear and they throw spears at you. Right, we jump on the catapult and that'll throw us into the air. It's a seesaw, Jamie. It's not a catapult, it's a seesaw. It'll hurl us into the air and get us to areas we can't reach because he can't jump very high. And also, the C64 port, his jumping is not the best. You can jump a lot further on other versions. But you can kill enemies by jumping on their heads. Which is handy as well. Because his rate of fire isn't the fastest. Now each level has a boss battle. And we're approaching the first one. And here he is. Not too bad, this one. Now, Toki's rate of fire isn't great either. It doesn't go particularly far. But there we go. There's the end of the first level. And he punches the air. He's a happy man. Or happy ape. Stage clear. Okay. Next level. This is Neptune. Not a particularly long level. But it can be a bit tricky at times. Now if you do happen to finish a level with any added firepower, you don't take it on to the next level. You always start the level with the absolute basics. Now there's not loads of weapons in this game, but we are now firing fire from our mouth. And it's probably my least favourite weapon because the range is pretty awful. But up close, it's very, very strong. Those enemies stood no chance. Now I've got 12 coins. And I kill a bird and I'm rewarded with a crash helmet. Now Toki does have lots of skills, but he's also a very, very good swimmer. Now you can't walk and shoot, but you can swim and shoot. Any additional weapons you do use in the water. They do wear off in the water as well. Now up here, there is actually a hidden life, which does feature in this version as well. So there we go. We got 6 lives now. Watch out for these evil turtles. They might look harmless. They are deadly. They've got an evil spiky shell attack. And your rate of fire doesn't go the full length of the screen. Again, it does on other versions. Right. Kill the evil fish. They don't fire at you, but they can kill you. Right, down here we have a big enemy. Now this one is holding a shield, and you have to shoot the shield and kill the enemy to get to that tunnel. Now he shoots fish from his mouth. I fire energy balls from my mouth, he fires fish. The shield has been destroyed. And he has been destroyed. Now in this tunnel, on this version, we have coins. They don't feature in the Amiga version. There we go, we have 16 coins now. Now Toki can hold his breath for a long period of time. I'm very pleased about that. Right, not a long level, but the next boss is very, very close. Let's kill this guy first. They are a bit of a handful. And there is the next boss. He fires eyeballs from his eye. These eyeballs take a few hits. And he teleports to other places on the screen. You can jump on the eyes as well. That's probably the easiest way to do it, actually. On this version, anyway. I don't intend to do it on the Amiga version. Now, time does not stop on boss battles. This guy's got a lot of eyes, even though he's only got one. And he shoots eyes from his eye. There we go, he's dead. His eyeballs are still bouncing. No, they're not. There we go. Look how happy he is. End of the second level. Okay, we arrive at stage 3. This is the Caverns of Fire. You can't have an old school retro game without a fire level. And you can't have an old school retro game without an ice level either. And that's next. But this is difficult. I've always struggled with this level on the Amiga version as well. But the enemies on this version are so much more difficult, including these. But with the crash helmet, it's a breeze. One hit kills it. And I'm going to make the most of it before it runs out. And we get loads of these spikes. 3 hits with a normal weapon and it will disintegrate into little pieces. An upgraded weapon, it will take less hits, but it still has the same reaction. Now when you've got the basic weapon, Toki's firepower is very, very short. It doesn't go the full length of the screen. However, the enemy's firepower does. So they've definitely got the upper hand. And Toki's speed isn't great either. Now up here is a crash helmet, if I can get to it. Watch out for the flames. Flames come out the ground. Oh, we have the crash helmet. I don't think you're safe from those spears. Alright, up we go. 6 lives and 16 coins. Another spider. Because that range is very, very short. Going right to the edge. Shooting the one in the middle is a bullseye. However, you don't get as many points that way. Right, down here is another one of those evil flying things. This is so much more difficult. That was my phone. There we go. Kill the enemy and the platforms extend like a stairway, which then allows us to progress. Right, down here is a platform and there's a life up there if I'm going to risk it. And I'm not going to risk it, I'm not that silly. Right, lots of spikes. I'm safe down here though. 3 and then get out of there. Right, now we have enemies in eggs. Another tricky enemy. There we go. almost the same size as me. Jumping is the best way to go for these. More enemies with coins. Now on other versions there are actually 6 of those enemies. On this one there's only 4. 18 coins. Any you miss, they do go around again in a loop. Definitely not going to get that one. Right, next boss. This one is not so... Well, the level is not as long. But this boss is certainly a lot more difficult than the Amiga version. That is for absolute certainty. I don't know what he is. He throws letters at you. Letters that spell the word bird. I don't want to be killed by a bird. I don't even know what he is. I have no idea what he is. He's difficult. There we go. He died in midair. There we go. Punch the air, Toki. Yes. There we go. End of the 3rd level. Okay, we arrived at stage 4. This is the Ice Palace. You can't have fire without the ice. This game was ported to the Amiga, Arcade, Atari Lynx, Atari ST, C64, iOS, NES, Sega Genesis and Nintendo Switch. Now the Nintendo Switch is actually a brand new remake. A remake I desperately want to play. Unfortunately, when I uploaded this video, I don't own a Nintendo Switch. I will in the future. It's on my list. Right, this is a difficult level, but not as bad as the one before. But being an icy place, there's been lots of ice that shatters when you stand on it. This is a pixel perfect jump. There we go. These are the ones that shatter. Stand on it for too long and it breaks into little pieces. Right. Again, not a very long level. The evil time limit is present. We have fire. We can't melt the ice with the fire. We can torch the enemies with it. 20 coins provides us with a life. There we go, we've got 7 lives now. Try and get the crash helmet. No, hang on, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait for the right time. That's not the right time, I died. Right. Just lost that life I just gained. There we go, we've got the crash helmet though. 6 lives and 3 coins. We have this thing. Now he shoots fireballs at you, but if you've got the crash helmet, you're safe. You can also jump on the fireballs. There we go, you see his skull and then disappears. Right, nearly there. Soon, Toki is going to re-enter the water. But this time, extremely icy cold water. Luckily, he's a good swimmer. Even in ice-cold water. There's a crash helmet, another evil thing, and a platform that will shatter. Collect the crash helmet, we get a key, and the platform opens up. Now, on the Amiga version, this bit always kills me when I enter the water, because you can't actually see into the water before jumping in. So 9 times out of 10, when I jump in there, I jump on top of a fish. This one, however, you do get a glimpse of the water before you jump in, so that is so much better. Right, we have a squid or an octopus, one of the two. Takes lots of hits. Now, Toki, you must be absolutely freezing. Get out of there before you get frostbite. We're nearly at the next boss. Kill this one, rewarded with a power up, and then we get out of there. Power-ups don't last particularly long. I don't think we're going to have it in time until the boss arrives. It will wear off, I think. We're out the freezing cold water. Can I get to the boss without it wearing off? Next boss is a mammoth. There we go. Again, more difficult than the Amiga version, even though this one does have less weapons. In other versions, he has that trunk, which extends. It doesn't have it here, but this one you've got to jump early to avoid those tusks. Even though those tusks are quite small. Jump early. early. You can jump on them as well. Oh, slightly different this time. There we go, he's dead. Once again, he died in the air. There we go. Lost a life that time, but we are well. Alive and well. Okay, we arrive at stage 5. Now, unfortunately, stage 5 on this version is actually the final level. It doesn't have the 6 levels that appears in most versions. But there we go. It was a shame, I found out. But still a good port. This is a difficult level. So many enemies take so many hits. Avoid the spikes. Avoid the enemy in the air throwing spears at me. And avoid the bird. Is it a bird? No, it's an insect. Avoid the insect. Kill the plants on the floor. They might look harmless. Get close to them. It's a different story. We have pits that have spikes with a seed that drops down, turns into a plant, shoots one seed, then dies. It didn't die by my own hands. It died on its own. It didn't live very long either. We have a spider that takes so many hits. So many games have evil spiders. Number one, seed comes down, grows into a plant, shoots a plant, dies. Right, 6 lives, 3 coins, and 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. We're not going to get any more coins on this long play because there isn't any on this level. Right, pixel perfect jumps, I don't like them. Right, jump on his head. Collect the helmets that will protect my head. We have a crash helmet. Up we go. Unfortunately, I can't get that. I'm not going to get that one either. Okay, 6 life is good. We're nearly there. My crash helmet has worn off. Now we have these holly wreaths. They look like holly wreaths, those things you put on your front door at Christmas time. You can't kill them. But you have to jump on them to get up there. Right. Jump, jump. No, do it again. These do move a lot faster. There we go. Second time lucky. Up we go. Up there we have another evil spider. Oh well, there's actually a hole in that platform. You actually shoot through it if you time it well. I didn't actually mean to do it, it was just luck. Alright, up we go, we're nearly there. Approaching the final section. Now in other versions, this next boss would be the second to last boss. Not this one, it is actually the final boss. It is a tricky boss. Right, but first we've got to jump over these pits of spikes. Try and collect that weapon. That's a good weapon to get for this boss. So it was a shame there wasn't 6 levels, but there we are. Next boss, final boss. It's a beating heart, 2 hands and 2 feet. Now in other versions you can actually jump on those feet. You can't do it on here, you have to jump over them. It's the only way. But it's difficult with Toki's jump. There we go. They will march off and we don't see him again. All we have is his beating heart and 2 hands. Nearly there. Keep shooting it, JB. Time is getting low. We should be fine. We should be fine. 1 more should do it. 2 at most. Those hands are working as shields. There we go. Done. Finished. There we go. He punches the air for the final time. Because no longer are you Toki, the ape. Because you are now Toki, the human being. And there is his girlfriend. There is the princess. There we go. On other versions, that would not be the last level. But here it is. I'm not sure about all the other versions, but this is the only one I know about. But there we go. How happy is he now? Apologies about the shape of the screen there. I don't know why this one is quite small. But there we go. There is our score. We are top of the pile. 30,930. Okay, everybody, that is the end of my video. That is Toki on the C64. Great game. It came out in 1991. The original game came out in 1989. So this one came out a few years later. But it's a great conversion. Shame about the 6th level though. But anyway, it's Jamie Ballers Games. Please like, please comment, please share, and please do subscribe to my channel. Facebook fan page, on Instagram, also on Twitch. Just type in Ballers Games. You'll find it fairly easy. And please remember to click on the bell icon. That will notify you any videos upload. Fantastic. When I'm not doing these sort of videos, I do hammer beat making and live streams every Friday night UK time at 8 o'clock. It's the highlight of my week. Until next time, take it easy. Ciao, bye. See ya. That's a really, really small screen. My lord. That is tiny. This is Toki on the C64. Toki is a 1989 shoot 'em up platformer game or a run and gun developed by and published by and I'm going to complete it with sound effects, and then I'm going to paste the... That's my phone. I love that sound effect. That's a really good sound effect. It's like, right, you have to watch out for that jump. He's jumped a little bit on the poo side. Post the music on top, but then hopefully blend it together, and boom, boom, and pow, we will have Toki with both... There it is again. There's my... And that's Lemmings as well. And let's go. And then I died. Can't be blamed for that. Thereby transforming him back from an ape back into a really... Doing that will transform me back into a human being and rescuing the evil princess. Evil princess. I need to write it down because I'm struggling, because there's quite a lot to talk about on this first level, but you don't want to mess up the first level. And every time I mess it up, I've got to say it again. Destroy the evil wizard who casts a spell on you, which will result in transforming Toki from an ape back to original. That was going well. I killed him, but he killed me. Does that count? No, it doesn't. Got killed by a set of feet. There we go. 5 lives now and 3 coins. Getting killed by a set of feet. You don't hear that every day now, do you? Okay, everybody, that is the end of my video. That is Toki on the... It's upside down. I'm killed by a set of feet again. Evil, smelly feet. Evil, evil feet. Now we play as an ape who has been transformed into... And published in